Hey everyone, I just wanted to make another boot video because I got a lot of positive feedback on my last one. Maybe kind of get more in depth on them and help you out if you're looking at a pair and you're not sure if they're real or not. These I brought out just to kind of show you. Yeah, usually you'd be thinking they'd look like this with all the creases and the lines. It's, you know, elephant skin looks like. But depending on, I guess mostly the color, they may just be like that. They may be one shade, they don't have the lines, they may not have really deep accentuated creases, but that doesn't mean they're fake. These are real. I think just because of the deep color, that's hard to see, but I'll show you a little more. These I just got, and I wanted to compare these two since they're the same color and pretty much, you know, they look the same. So let's just compare these two. If you haven't seen my other video, you don't know about these. These I got online. I took a shot on them. They were cheap. The guy didn't say they were real. They didn't have a name. I thought maybe the name was faded and he wasn't sure if they were real or not, so I took a chance because they were cheap enough. And well, they looked better than this before when I first got them, but I wore the shit out of them because I wanted to get my money's worth. I wasn't going to return them. He didn't do anything wrong. It was just a gamble, so I kept them. But if you look, if you want to, well, these are, I guess, comparing Tony Lamas, or knowing if your Tony Lamas are real. Right now I don't have any other brands to show you, but I thought this would be good since the, you know, the thing to look at, well, with boots, if you're looking to get not just the skins, but the boots in general, the stitching, you can tell, is pretty much the same shape and everything. But well, I buy and sell things for a living. I'm a reseller, so you gotta kind of have the same idea with pretty much anything. It's the quality, you know, Coach purses, Louis Vuitton, all watches. It's all that shit's pretty well made, and the fakes usually aren't. Here's one thing I actually just noticed this morning: the stitching. Stitching is well done. It's easy if you have this to compare it to right off the bat, but if you're just looking at these, you may not really know, especially if you haven't had too many pairs. But this one thing I just noticed, the stitching is behind the leather down here quite a bit. The real ones, it kind of meets. It's under there a little bit, but not to that extent. Same with these. So it's not just that one pair. Lined up pretty well. It overlaps just a tiny bit. Another thing is, well, the color, I don't know if I can really tell you the color is a thing, because I did just condition these, but I don't know. If you've ever felt a pair of these type of boots before, this is a giveaway right here. It just doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like leather. It feels more like vinyl. You look in here, even if, I mean, these are vintage gold labels, and you know, they've been around and been worn for a long time. It still looks good in there. You know what I mean? This isn't gonna, it's not gonna happen with Tony Lamas. It's gross. But getting to the skin, the hide, I gotta say, they did a decent job with this. The elephant skin, you're gonna be able to see the pores in it. Bunch of little bumps all over the place. And the lines, of course, the creases, they're gonna be pretty deep if they do have them. If not, where they bend once you wear them, where they fold, that's gonna stick like that. And here you can see, if you've got the two to compare, it's pretty easy, pretty obvious that these are embossed. But I don't know. It's easier if you're looking at them in person. If you're looking at them online, you know, if they're cheap enough, go ahead and try it. But if it's listed, I guess I can say with my experience, if it's listed as no name and no specification on what the leather is, I wouldn't try it. If you're really looking for a pair, if you're just looking at boots and it doesn't matter, you want to spend a few bucks, then whatever. But if you're really looking for an exotic hide, don't risk it. You know, Lucchese's, Tony Lama's, Dan Post, they all have you know, exotic skins. And Dan Post, I think they do have fakes. One thing to look out for, I wish I just sold the other boots that I had. I wish I had them to show you, but you can see on my other video, the black ones, they looked really good. They have the deep creases like that, but they weren't elephant skin. They weren't fake, but they were either embossed or they were shrunken shoulder, which is just cowhide, but they, you know, they actually shrink it. So all these lines come in closer together and it makes it look more like elephant skin. I actually didn't know that, but somebody commented on that video that that's what they were. They looked more like it. And after I looked at them a little closer, they didn't have these pores. They didn't have these little dimples. It was smooth. The leather itself was smooth, but just with the lines. You know what I mean? So it's another thing to look out for. But with the skin itself, if it's elephant skin, if you've got them in person, I think the easiest way to tell is scratch them. You take your nail across, you just dig in there. This is like one of the strongest leathers you can get. The thickest, the toughest. See that? Nothing. You can't hurt them. I mean, you can, but not with your fingernail. It's pretty difficult. You try it on the fake ones. Look at that. It leaves a mark. I mean, if they're dirty or something, it may show up a little bit, but you're not really going for the appearance, for the look of what happens. It's the feel. You can really feel stuff coming off in your nail with these. It's like going over rocks. Your finger just moves along it, and you can't really get in there at all. So that's probably the easiest way. So just something to think about. If you're looking at them, be careful. Try not to get screwed. And I guess that's it for this one. Any other questions or anything else you want to know, let me know. Thanks for watching.